The footballer that we're going to discuss today is already a world beater. Mixing in his incredibly high skill set with the fact that he's already scored more than 40 goals in all competitions in just one season, this 21-year-old striker has the potential to be one of the best this game has ever seen. His name is Erling HAALAND, and he currently plays for Borussia Dortmund. While there is so much speculation daily about what his future may hold, it seems that he's going to stay at Dortmund for at least one more season. But after that, I can almost guarantee you that he's going to leave for bigger and better things. That's why today in this video, I'm going to be discussing how he impacts the current top four in the Premier League. My name is Tulu of Famuday, and this is the 4545 podcast. Cue that intro. There is a very strong chance that Erling HAALAND is going to make his way to the Premier League eventually. It really just depends on his personal preference. The top four teams in the Premier League were Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, and Chelsea. They rounded out the top four in this previous season, and these are probably the biggest contenders in the league that will be able to afford him one and will satisfy his needs of winning trophies and just doing it big in this world of football. So why not? Let's just get right into the video with the first team, Manchester City. How does Erling HAALAND impact this team? To be quite honest, if Erling HAALAND joins Manchester City, it's going to raise the standards of every team in the Premier League. Manchester City are already dominant. They have Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, who are just a number of creative players on that team, alongside the tactical brilliance of Pep Guardiola. If HAALAND joins that team, it's lights out for the Premier League. It's curtains for the Premier League. Unless other teams are able to improve their standings and improve their squad with the signing. If HAALAND joins Manchester City, he's going to be able to link up with Kevin De Bruyne, he's going to be able to link up with Phil Foden, and he's going to be able to improve his game gradually but definitely under the guidance of Pep Guardiola. HAALAND's lightning quick pace, coupled alongside Kevin De Bruyne's tactical brilliance and Pep Guardiola's managerial experience, could easily see Manchester City break 100 goals in a Premier League season. Now, I know a lot of casual fans would not want to see that because Manchester City scored 83 goals in the last season, and that was without a solid number 9 striker. Majority of the season they played with an attacking mid or an inverted winger at striker. So imagine if Erling HAALAND, who just scored 41 goals in 41 games in all competitions, imagine if he joins Manchester City. The league would just be a one-sided affair. Alongside that, HAALAND would actually suit City's game plan perfectly. He's a very physical striker who has lightning quick pace and has great striker's awareness when he's in and around the box. We've already seen one striker transition from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. Timo Werner, however, didn't do it so well, but I think Erling HAALAND is just completely different. He's a beast. He'll come into the Premier League and show off his physical nature. Because the league is so physical, he has pace to get him behind, and on a one-on-one situation with any strong or sort of slow defender, he's going to cause them havoc all day. I mean, honestly, HAALAND is the type of striker that can do it all. I do think that if HAALAND joins Manchester City, they'll finally be able to win that elusive Champions League trophy that they just can't seem to get their hands on. All in all, if HAALAND eventually joins Manchester City, the league is going to know that Manchester City are the big dogs in town. Moving on from the blue side of Manchester, we now go to the Red Devils, Manchester United, and if they sign Erling HAALAND, they will automatically be title contenders for the Premier League next to Manchester City. Now look, I know Manchester United need to focus on their defensive frailties because the partnership of Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof is not good enough to win a Premier League title. However, if Erling HAALAND comes to the team showing the same goal-scoring form that he showed for Dortmund, alongside Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Marcus Rashford, he is going to thrive in the Premier League and thrive in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's setup. I do believe he would also kind of ease the load on Bruno Fernandes, who has really had to shoulder a lot of the goals and assists that Manchester United has scored this season. It would also see Manchester United have their first proper number 9, excluding Edinson Cavani, since Romelu Lukaku. And I'm saying excluding Cavani because HAALAND would start every game week in and week out, barring any injuries. Edinson Cavani is an older player, so he might not start games, as frequently as HAALAND would. HAALAND suits Manchester United's game plan to a T. He has that physicality that I mentioned before, the pace, the awareness, but he's also so good on the counterattack, and that is Manchester United's strong suit. If he joins Manchester United, they're easily going to become the best counterattacking team in the Prem, if not the world. Like I said, it would instantly make them title contenders, and they'd finally be able to make a push in the Champions League because they haven't won that in years. Right now, with the type of squad that they have, I'm not confident in them going past the quarterfinal stage of the Champions League. Teams are just better. But of course, this transfer window gives them a chance to improve their squad and maybe improve their standing. Erling Haaland to Manchester United would finally give them the striker that they need to get back into the title race once again. Now moving on from Manchester, we make our way to London and Chelsea FC. They finished 4th, but they won the Champions League this season. Congrats to them once again for beating Manchester City. If Erling Haaland was to join Chelsea Football Club, they would automatically be title contenders as well. As a fan who loves this game so much, seeing the combination of Erling Haaland, Christian Pulisic, and Kai Havertz would just be too sweet. That sounds extremely deadly. It sounds like the perfect combination of attack-minded players that would give Chelsea that much-needed edge against Manchester City. Even though Thomas Tuchel has Pep Guardiola's number, next season is going to be different, and it's going to be difficult. More teams are going to get better. It's going to be, I hope, one of the best Premier League seasons we've seen to date. Erling Haaland would offer Chelsea something that Timo Werner hasn't been able to do this season, and that's goals. Like I said, the Norwegian striker has scored 41 goals in 41 games in all competitions, which is an incredible return for someone who's only 21 years old. Meanwhile, Timo Werner has only scored 12 goals in 52 games in all competitions for Chelsea, which is a pretty awful return for such a big money move. Before I actually talk about how he would suit Chelsea's game plan, I want to discuss if this move is even possible. Chelsea just signed Olivier Giroud to a contract extension. They just signed Timo Werner last season, and Tammy Abraham is still on the books. He's actually the number 9 for Chelsea, but he hasn't been able to get a lick in. So if Erling Haaland was to join Chelsea, you would think that Olivier Giroud, Tammy Abraham, or even both of them would have to leave the club in order to make space and create the funds to sign Erling Haaland. Even so, it'd be such a great investment for Chelsea because he would suit their game plan as well. He'd be able to start counterattacks and finish counterattacks. He's a strong striker. Everything that I'm saying is basically true for each team. He's such a physical striker. He'd be able to impose himself on the defenses week in and week out. I mean, honestly, Haaland would make any team in the Premier League instantly better, and this is no different for Chelsea. Erling Haaland to Chelsea would be a great signing if it would actually happen. I'm not sure how likely that is to happen. And last but not least, we now go on to Liverpool. After saving themselves from what was almost an abysmal title defense, they managed to make it into the top 4, and now they're playing Champions League football again next season. If Erling Haaland was to join Liverpool, it'd be the first time they had a real top quality, proper number 9 since Daniel Sturridge and Luis Suarez. I mean, those were the days. That was back in like 2014, and I remember it so clearly. Just the combination of Luis Suarez and Daniel Sturridge was absolutely brilliant. They had Coutinho as well. I mean, that Liverpool team was doing very well. If Haaland was to join, it'd be the same as the other clubs. He'd be able to give them that target man number 9 striker who also is versatile enough to get in behind. Liverpool recently have only been relying on the brilliance of Mohamed Salah on the wing, alongside Sadio Mane's impressive stature. But Firmino hasn't been able to live up to the standards of a number 9. That's why they brought in Diogo Jota, but injuries have plagued his Liverpool career so far. Whenever he has played, he's shown moments of absolute brilliance. Now, if Haaland joins, he would instantly make Liverpool title contenders. There's a theme in this video. Haaland would make all of these teams propel into a much better side than they currently are. It would also give Jurgen Klopp a reason to stop making excuses as to why his team struggles. Of course, Virgil van Dijk was injured for the entire season, and he made excuses that he didn't have all his players, blah, blah, blah. But you have the players in front of you. You still have Mohamed Salah, you still have Sadio Mane, you have Thiago Alcantara, Firmino. He had a great lineup in front of him, and they did at the end of the season win their last 5 games to make top 4. Credit to them. If Haaland joins, no more excuses, Klopp. I'm just letting you know. Well, if you ever watch this, I'm letting you know. Now, if Virgil van Dijk was to return and Liverpool signed Haaland, that would be insane because Virgil van Dijk allows Liverpool to press so high up the field, and with Haaland's pace and strength, they would be pretty unstoppable. Liverpool signing Haaland would be insane. It would give them a new avenue of attack, not always relying on Mohamed Salah down the wing. And that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something new, and I hope this was entertaining enough. I hope you guys like this type of video. I can bring so much more content like this one to the table. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know the deal. It's me, Tulu Family Day, on the 4545 podcast. Peace.